Ryan, Pritchett. This isn't a good start, dog.
It's not. You would have just started off with me embarrassing the heck out of myself.
This kid's doing something.
Let's go.
Is the king doing something?
Thank God.
You'll see.
Oh my gosh, her face is so pretty.
All right, Ryan.
Mistrial. Yeah, there was a verdict. 8 shots. The world should have heard it. This man, that was, sorry, I messed up. Okay. I'm sorry. This is mine just throwing at me. I was going to go first. Okay. Mistrial. Yeah, that was a verdict. 8 shots. The world should have heard it. My skin should never be a burden, but for centuries, my people have been hurting. Black man, he was running in the opposite direction. He was, let me say that his defiance isn't perfection, but still, he was shot because of his complexion. And officer, how do you look in your reflection? Why do we have to die? Black mothers have to cry, looking at our liberties being denied. Centuries of fighting for the right to be alive, but you know we still thrive. And like Maya Angelou once said, we still rise. And each round goes higher, we keep getting stronger, we keep getting better, just fight a little longer. Just fight a little longer. Because our ancestors didn't get those beatings for nothing. They marched on so that we can all amount to something. We must not give in. We must keep it going. We're on water plants, but we'll never stop growing. We'll never stop flowing. And we'll never stop flowing. And the way that we smile in the face of oppression, that should never stop showing. Look around. The world is exploding. It's time to be awoken. Listen to the words that are being spoken. So wake up. Put your hands up, because you could be the next one shot with your hands up. I could be the next one shot with my hands up. Hashtag Jayla Neville. Hashtag Jayla Slade. Hashtag Cameron Hyman. Hashtag Damion Williams. These names hit home, don't they? Sometimes I just think. Hashtag Trayvon. Hashtag Tamir. To all my murdered black kids, I wish that y'all were here. But I don't think the change is near. And the kids y'all never got to have will still live in fear.
That was good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Another round of applause for Ryan. Okay, let's see. Brianna and Jenny, are you guys ready? You guys here? Yeah. No, all right. Next act, Miss Keyera, Wynn, and Jatto.
Oh my God.
All right.
Mama said, you're a pretty girl, what's in your head? Doesn't matter what you hear, it's your teeth, what you wear, is all that matters. This is another stage, I drink the pain away. This time I'm gonna take the crown without one day. jealous, TV says, bigger is better, soft beach, took a plea, both says, and there is better, just another stage, dodging the pain away. This time I'm gonna take the ground without falling down, down, down. Pretty hurt, trying to whatever to work. Perfection is the disease of a nation. Pretty hurts, pretty hurts, pretty hurts. Trying to whatever to work. Trying to fix something that you can't fix, what you can't see. This all I need is surgery. Ain't got no doctor bill until you take away. It's exhausting soul that needs surgery. Pass it something to knock and only take this a bar. When you break it's the big difference leave you in the dark. Tears in the shadows of a beautiful girl. Pretty hurts, shining light on whatever's the word. Perfection is the disease of a nation. Pretty hurts, pretty hurts, pretty hurts, shining light on whatever's the word. Try to fix something that you can't fix, what you can't see. Is this all that needs a surgery?
All right. Next to the stage, let's welcome Miss Lily Scott. Lily. All right.
Practicing it. She's practicing.
She's coming. I know she's coming. People at prayer. All right. Here she comes. She's right there.
Yes, everybody. Where am I gonna? Damn.
Oh, I can hold.
You know what? You can have some of that if you want.
Oh, no, I'm fine. Thank you, though.
You legit. You were like, what? Oh. But I can't drink any of it because it's so hot.
It's hot? It's warm. I mean, I can feel the warmth.
Miss King, you tripping.
I have all this to do.
Okay. You gotta tell me when to move it.
You need a light? You need a light? You need a light?
Yeah. Got one, Alex? Come on, help us out. It's a group project.
No, that doesn't make any difference. You can do it.
We can sing it with
Got it. Mr. Nathan Takashige.
Everyone's quiet.
Hi, y'all.
Hola.
I'm gonna play Catch Me If You Can. Of course, I'm scared. But I'm thinking straight if I was sad. Of course I'm scared. Sometimes, even if I say it don't faze me, or if I say my hate's it's drowning ain't so bad, 'cause at least you know where you're going. And we're all future bound, so I guess that's really saying. But I always like the thought of maybe being runaway. I could be a lover, you be my heartache. I could sing the songs that we used to sing when we were kids. Maybe that brings back to before we got stuck in this. I wanna be like Sean Tilcher. Just try and catch me if you can. We could drive off in the sunset. Even if that's not the plan. 'Cause plans are overrated, 'cause you never really know where you're going. The past is always changing, ain't been gold since I remembered it that way. But I always like the thought of maybe being runaway. I could be a lover, you could be my heartache. I could sing the songs that we used to sing way back when. And the future wasn't everything we lived because we loved it then. Oh, I'm going back. Catch me if you can.
All right. Who's ready for a special treat? We have a special performing artist who has just entered the building, okay? Let's make some noise for Miss Keyera!
Did she sing it?
What is she doing? Oh, you'll be surprised.
Somehow.
There's a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower. Somehow defeat a global superpower. How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire? Leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher. Yo, Turns out we had a secret weapon, an immigrant, you know, in love, who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman!
Lafayette! Lafayette!
Never gonna stop, never get it, never made it.
Lafayette!
France, more fun. Come back with more guns and hits, and so they're valid shits. We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts. And in this war in Yorktown, cut them off at sea. But for this to succeed, there's someone else we need. I know.
Hamilton!
I know. Doing the French, I mean.
Hamilton!
Whatever you expect, you will have to use it.
Hamilton!
Tactical brilliance. You wanna fight for your land back?
Hamilton!
Get the right-hand man back. Right-hand man back. Right-hand man back. I mean, you got to respond to the letter, but the sooner the better to get the right-hand man back. So waiting in the field for you. Join us right now. Together we can turn back tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton. I have soldiers that will yield for you. If we manage to get this right, the surrender of our early life, the world will never be the same.
Let's slow it down a little bit with a poem from Prince.
So I didn't make this poem. It's just really inspired me with my love for poetry. It's made by a Canadian poem artist named Shane Koiser. It's called To This Day. When I was a kid, I used to think that pork chops and karate chops were the same thing. I thought they were both karate chops. And because my grandmother thought it was cute, and because they were my favorite, she let me keep doing it. One day, before I realized fat kids were not designed to climb trees, I fell out of a tree and bruised the right side of my body. I didn't want to tell my grandmother about it because I was scared I'd get in trouble for playing somewhere I shouldn't have been. 3 days later, the gym teacher noticed and I got sent to the principal's office. From there, I was sent to a small room with a really nice lady who asked me all kinds of questions about my life at home. I saw no reason to lie. I told her whenever I was sad, my grandmother gave me karate chops. This led to a full-scale investigation, and I was removed from the house for 3 days until they finally decided to ask how I got the bruises. News of this silly little story spread throughout the whole school, and I earned my first nickname, Pork Chops. To this day, I hate pork chops. I'm not the only kid who grew up this way. Surrounded by people who used to say that rhyme about sticks and stones. As if broken bones hurt more than the names we got called, and we got called them all. So we grew up believing that no one would fall in love with us, that we'd be lonely forever, that the sun wasn't something that was built in their tool shed. So broken heartstrings bled the blues as we tried to empty ourselves so we would feel nothing. Don't tell me that hurts less than broken bone. That an ingrown life is something the surgeons can cut away. That there's no way for it to metastasize, it does. She was 8 years old. Our first day in grade 3 when she got called ugly. We both got moved to the back of the class so we would stop getting bombarded by spitballs. The school hall was a battleground. We found ourselves outnumbered day after wretched day. We used to stay inside for recess because outside was worse. Outside, we had to rehearse learning to stand still like statues, giving no clues that we were there. In grade 5, they typed a sign to the front of her desk that read, "Beware of dog." To this day, despite a loving husband, she doesn't think she's beautiful. because of a birthmark that covers a little less than half her face. Kids used to say she looks like a wrong answer that someone tried to erase but couldn't quite get the job done. And they'll never understand that she's raising 2 kids whose definition of beauty begins with the word mom, because they see her heart before they see her skin, because she's only always ever been amazing. He was a broken branch grafted onto a different family tree. Adopted, but not because his parents opted for a different destiny. He was 3 years old when he became a mixed drink of 1 part left alone and 2 parts tragedy. Started therapy in 8th grade. Had a personality made up of tests and pills. Lived like the uphills were mountains and the downhills were cliffs. 4/5 suicidal, a tidal wave of antidepressants, and an adolescence of being called pauper. 1 part because of the pills, 99 parts because of the cruelty. He tried to kill himself in grade 10 when a kid who could still go home to mom and dad had the audacity to tell him, get over it. As if depression is something that can be remedied by the contents of a first aid kit. To this day, he's a stick of TNT lit from both ends. Can describe to you in detail the way the sky bends the moments before it's about to fall. And despite an army of friends who all call him an inspiration, he remains a conversation piece between people who can't understand that sometimes being drug-free has less to do with addiction and more to do with sanity. We weren't the only kids who grew up this way. To this day, kids are still being called names. The classics were, hey stupid, hey spaz. Seems like each school has an arsenal of names getting updated every year. And if a kid breaks in a school and no one around chooses to hear, do they make a sound? And are they just background noise of a soundtrack stuck on repeat? When people say things like, kids can be cruel. Every school was a circus top. And the pecking order went from clowns to carnies, from acrobats to lion tamers. All these miles ahead of who we were freaks. Lobster claw boys and bearded ladies, oddities juggling depression and loneliness, playing solitaire, spin the bottle, trying to kiss the wounded parts of ourselves and heal. But at night, while the others slept, we kept walking the tightrope. And it was practice, and yes, some of us fell. But I want to tell them all of this is just debris. Left over when we finally decide to smash the things we thought we used to be. And if you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Look a little closer. Stare a little longer, because there's something inside you that made you keep trying despite everyone who told you to quit. You built a past around your broken heart. You signed it yourself. They were wrong. Because maybe you didn't belong to a group or a clique. Maybe they decided to pick you last for basketball or everything. Maybe you used to bring bruises or broken bones to show and tell, but never told. Because how can you hold your ground if everyone around you wants to bury you beneath it? You have to believe that they were wrong. They had to be wrong. Why else would we still be here? We grew up learning to cheer on the underdog because we see ourselves in them. We stem from the root planted in the belief that we are not what we were called. We were not in bed in cars stalled out and sitting empty on some highway, and if in some way we were, don't worry. We only got out to walk and get gas. We are graduating members of the class we made it, not faded echoes of voices crying out, names will never hurt me. Of course they did. But our lives will only ever continue to be a balancing act that has less to do with pain and more to do with beauty.
And Brianna. All right. Next we have, let's go to Shera and Meenakshi.
Meenakshi.
I wrote it so wrong on the paper. Meenakshi, I'm so sorry, guys. Where is she? Oh, there. Shera, Meenakshi.
But don't be worried if we don't have that long. Let's not waste it feeling wrong. This is a new lifelong friend. Sure, it's been a while, but I'll be here when you smile. So don't try to fight it. I'm here for tonight and all night, and I'll be waiting for you until we meet again. Ooh, would you mind staying? It's getting late, but I will visit you soon. So just try to get through. And don't try to fight it. I'm here for tonight, and I'll be waiting for you until we meet again. And I'll be waiting for you until we meet again.
Thank you, ladies. That was great. All right. Let's hear it for Mr. Isaac Linn.
Love you, Isaac!
I'll be performing Here Comes a Thought from Steven Universe. Here comes a thought. Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Here comes a thought that might alarm you. What someone said and how it harmed you. Something you did that failed to be charming. Things that you said are suddenly swarming, and oh, you're losing sight, you're losing touch. All these little things start to matter so much that they confuse you, that I might lose you. Take a moment, remind yourself. Take a moment and ask yourself. Take a moment to ask yourself if this is how we fall apart. But it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You've got nothing, got nothing, got nothing, got nothing to fear. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Here comes a thought that might alarm me. What someone said and how it harmed me. Something I did that failed to be charming. Things that I said are suddenly swarming, and oh, I'm losing sight, I'm losing touch. All these little things start to matter so much that they confuse me, that I might lose me. Take a moment to ask yourself, take a moment to wait, I'm sorry. Take a moment, remind yourself to take a moment and find yourself. Take a moment to ask yourself if this is how we fall apart. But it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You've got nothing, got nothing, got nothing, got nothing to fear. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And it was just a thought, just a thought, just a thought, just a thought, just a thought. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We can watch, we can watch, we can watch, we can watch them go by. From here, from here, from here. Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust.
All right, let's keep it going. Next we'll have Miss Jayla Shoffner.
What do you think it was? Flutiteer?
Flutitarian.
I'm a flutitarian. I will eat flutes. This is all.
I'm sorry.
Keyera gets to hear with her trumpet. Trombone.
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
Alex, Jatto! You better kill it. Get it. Come on. Represent class 27.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't have a title for this poem yet, but if you could, like, if you feel what I'm saying, try to snap, right? Because snap creates heat energy and allows me to spit this like okay. Either be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. Either way, I'm sleeping. Either way, I'm thinking of the possible things that could happen to me, my dreams. Are one of the truest places I come to every day. I enter a place where success is real, as the comfort in my pillow and the warmth in my sheets, and failure that feels as painful as the fall off the bed. When the dream has taken a toll on my body and now it feels like I'm really hovering over that building or I'm really falling off that airplane. A fall that never feels like a fall, but it wakes me up out of my sleep every time. It doesn't get any worse. Unless you're sharing a dorm with a roommate who pushed you on the top bunk, well, that's gonna hurt. But I will still feel grateful. Because I'd rather have a roommate in a dorm than a cellmate in prison. It's one of the only places, that the absence of shackles isn't equivalent to freedom. The man doesn't need handcuffs to know he's detained, and I still wonder. What you dream about in there? Are you dreaming of freedom? Because even if you're free, you really aren't. It's like letting a dog out of his cage, but he's still contained by the fence. The man will always be contained by the fence, limited. He can't get a job, so he's forced to turn back to his previous means of survival, prison. Society loves a cycle, anything to keep the people in their statute of limitations, Greensboro. Voting $17 million into one prison, that could pay for hundreds of students' college or about 200 houses for the less fortunate or for teachers. But society believes in isolation, separating the people who have dreams from childhood from the people who couldn't even get time to sleep. Sleep wasn't going to pay the bills. Dreaming was only for people who knew how to sleep. Our brains can only focus on one task and one alone for a period of time. Our bodies can only be at one place at one time. So one couldn't deal drugs and do a double major in chemistry and psychology because the only chemistry some knew was cooking up the coke, and the only psychology they knew was how to sell it. That's why a dream can also be a nightmare. It only takes one person. One person to let someone know that dreams are apples, and and the tree is your mind, so the apple can fall very far from the tree, but you won't know how sweet it is until you chase it down. On average, it takes a newborn 3 days to open their eyes after they're born, so know this darkness is just temporary. You know to take time to dream. Because when you wake up, you can grab that apple, kiss your wife good morning, and tell your kids you'll be at that basketball game, and then go live in your dream. I'm sorry. All right, then go live in your dream. Live like you've been sleeping for 3 days and it's time to catch up. Live like, oh, I'm shaking. Live like you've been sleeping for 3 days and it's time to catch up. Live it like you are the only one to look out for. Live it not just to survive, but to show everyone the beauty, the realism, and the comfort in dreams.
All right, now let's hear it for Griffin.
I just got one thing to say. Get ready to get rocked.
Oh my goodness.
I appreciate all of you all. I'm saying goodbye to my juniors and seniors till 2017. And for my freshmen and sophomores, please study for your test. We say cut it, but we really mean, get ready for your test as well. But we know you're stressed out, so this was just a minute to debrief. If you're staying for STEM
After dark,
you may stay for STEM after dark. Otherwise, we only have one bus. So if you ride that bus, you can go. We got two buses. Robotics is meeting in Miss King's room. And other than that, school is over. So I'm going to play a little music. You all enjoy each other. Throw your trash away. Clean up